It's impossible to do that.
You got to get in bed with everybody.
Well, you got to be in bed with everybody, and then you're just going to have this manual integrations back and forth.
Right. Clean.
Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the concessionaire, Randy Twyford.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 118.
118.
18.
That's what I said.
You sound kind of quiet, Randy.
No, I'm not. Is that better?
He sounds fine.
Oh, maybe my hearing's just going bad.
It's been bad. What do you mean?
Yeah, I was going to say it's been bad for a couple years.
You guys make me take my hearing aids out and put in AirPods, so.
We make you? We make it, do you want to have a quality podcast? It's a half. You have to. I don't make you do anything. No. You're a grown man. You don't have, if you just wanted to keep in your hearing aids, you could.
Does my camera look good? Because I got a brand new Logitech C505.
Oh, that explains a lot of it.
Yeah, it looks a lot better today.
Crisp.
You're
crisp.
Yeah. So, Randall.
Yes.
Yeah, Randy.
How's the fair going?
It fucking sucks.
No, really. Tell us how the fair's really going.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. I could
Really?
make more money. I could make more money sitting on a street corner in downtown Springfield in 2.5 hours than I can sitting up there from 5 o'clock till 9:30, and a lot of it. Now, just to make sure everybody knows, we're recording this on Friday morning, so everybody said that Wednesday and Thursday are the slow nights, and so they got a country western concert tonight, and so the crowd should be back. But the problem it's been bad weather.
Oh.
You know.
Okay. So we're blaming it on Mother Nature.
No, we're not blaming it on Mother Nature. You can't blame it on Mother Nature all the time. But it's just Monday or Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday were really slow. I mean, very slow. But those are the Queen contest, and then a flat track race, motorcycle race that was supposed to start at 6 and never started till 8:30 because of the track was wet, and they were determined they were going to dry the track up and stuff. So they had everybody on side-by-sides out there running on the track, trying to dry the track up. And so we'll see tonight. But I had my weather forecaster giving me a forecast this while ago, and they're calling for rain tonight. So it's just, I guess you could say Mother Nature, but that still doesn't help offset the bills. You know.
Yeah, we've noticed. I was in at the Ankeny. I go to the Ankeny Cafe for breakfast every morning, just because if I tried to go to It's My Jam, I'd never get breakfast.
Right.
Because they'd have a whole list of shit for me to fix. But so I go to the Ankeny Cafe, and the owner, Heidi, she was complaining yesterday morning about how slow it was. And she's like, did I piss anybody off? Because we were busy last week and whatever. And she was taking it personally. I said, Heidi, it's July. I said, people are traveling. Kids are out of school. People are on vacation. July and August are just crapshoots. It's just going to be up and down and up and down and up and down. Until you get to the fair, and then you're going to have nobody.
Nobody, yeah.
Because everybody's going to spend their money on the fair. And then after the fair, then you're going to have really nobody because everybody has to buy back to school books and all the. So all that disposable income is going to be gone. And then the first week in September, when you get all the kids back to school, then we get back into we're going to save money and we're going to eat at home.
Right.
Right.
Well, I would agree with you.
Until the first week in school, when they're like, oh, we ain't got time for this shit. We're going out to eat.
Right.
And then it takes off and it goes crazy. And then that's how this works. Now, but then yesterday, we had 70 some degrees here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice down here too.
It was 70 degrees and it was a beautiful day, no humidity. Mm-hmm. And we got piss pounded. And I walked into this morning and she got piss pounded too. And she's like, I just don't understand. I said, well, first you were bitching about it. And second of all, it was cool out. And I said, when it's hot out, people just don't eat as much.
Well, I would agree with you.
But all of a sudden you get this cool spell. And, people, their natural instinct, they're like bears going to the den. In the wintertime, you gotta feed, you gotta stock up. And it's like people tend to want to eat more when it's cool out. Right. When it's hot out, they don't want to eat as much. And so like this morning, I bet you I got there at 7:00 and they said at 6:00, between 6 and 7, they had filled every table at least once.
Huh.
And then I drove past the Jam. It was about 5 till 8. I drove past the Jam, and our parking lot would normally have about 8 or 10 cars in it. It was clear full.
Was it really?
It was clear full before 8:00, but it's 68 degrees this morning.
Right.
It's crazy, so people just putting the feed bag on.
Well, and the weather is, it's a fair, so that affects people coming out in the weather and stuff. So, like I said, yesterday was all okay, but and we had a pretty decent day yesterday. I mean, not as good as I was hoping, but they had the rodeo and they had a rain late in the day. We had a rain late in the day, so that it's just, I mean, it's a vending event, and you face the weather as part of it.
That's just part of the gig, right?
Yeah, it really is. And I shouldn't be so negative on it, but I am. But
you got to take the bad days with the good, and all of a sudden, as you're sweating your ass off and you're getting lame basted all weekend long and you run out of food, then you're going to go, oh, maybe this is worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody had pre-warned me that Tuesday, Wednesday were really slow, and then starting into Thursday would start build up. Thursday, so yesterday did build up, and we got the music concert tonight, so got a pretty good name coming in on that. So that ought to bring a bunch of people in. It ought to bring people in, for eating food, and.
So do you have a lot of vendors or no?
I think somebody said 17.
Yeah.
I thought I heard somebody. We're the only barbecue. There's somebody out of Iowa that travels around doing festivals and stuff, doing, Philly's cheesesteaks, all that kind of stuff, corn dogs, several corn dog stands. I didn't really realize. You always hear about county fairs and our fairs, and people want corn dogs and lemonades, and you don't really realize how many people eat corn dogs and lemonades at fairs until you're sitting outside your back of your trailer in a chair watching people go by. And it's amazing how many there's across the street from us is 2 corn dog stands, one that's been there forever. And they just roll those corn dogs out of there. It's amazing. The guy's been doing it for 20 something years, so.
Just like printing money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nothing beats a corn dog.
And lemonades. Everybody, do people not drink lemonades throughout? Does people not drink lemonades throughout the year?
No, I think lemonade is strictly like a summer thing.
Do you serve lemonades at any of your restaurants?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's an option always, but do they drink it? No, it's like a summer.
And it's
You
not a
have it in the
shake up,
summer.
the shake up.
Yeah, you just have a nice cold glass of lemonade in the summer. Just hits different
With your corn dogs.
with your corn dogs.
But we did have a large catering last night at the fair, and that turned out very, very well. So for 500 people, so that turned out really well for us.
Oh, well, so we don't have to look for the bankruptcy sign and the auction on the equipment. We think we'll be okay this week then, Randy?
We'll be all right this week, and we just may not have to prep for next week, but
okay. Well, yeah, you call me if you need a loan or anything.
Okay, all right. We'll be fine.
Let me find some. You got any tissues? Is Marla there? Do I need to call her and have her bring you some, or no?
Bring me some wet something to
wet wipes.
Wipes to get the
something to blot your
red ass.
Yeah. I haven't heard Randy being red ass in a long time. Talking about drinks, since the fair is shitty. I've been doing quite a bit of research on this dirty sodas.
Explain to me. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Have you been talking to my mom?
Well, no. The only reason I'm talking to your mom because I brought it up to your mom because she had no clue what it was.
So she brought it up to us.
Yeah, she said she was going to send it out on the family text. So Randy, I'm in Idaho, and a few weeks ago, and I noticed I walk into this coffee shop and they got this whole dirty soda menu, and I start looking at dirty sodas, and a dirty soda in essence is taking a flavor of soda like a Dr. Pepper or Coke or Diet Coke or whatever,
right?
Putting one of those sugary coffee syrups, a couple dashes of that in there.
Yeah.
And then with a splash of half and half or heavy cream to finish it off, much like you would do an iced coffee, right?
Okay.
Same essence that people are doing with the energy drinks, with taking the energy drink and putting the vanilla, the different types of syrups in it, different flavored syrups, and making all these concoctions. So out in Idaho, I noticed this in a coffee shop, but then I start looking around and there's 3 chain restaurants that do nothing but dirty sodas, right?
So
you mean like a coffee house, but they do dirty sodas?
They just do dirty sodas. So it intrigues me. So Amanda and I were talking about it. Well, before that, I had sold a smoker to a local guy here, and out in Bondurant, and the conversation come up about dirty sodas. And he goes, "You're not doing those?" He goes, "You need to be doing those." He says, "The coffee shop, the ice cream shop up the street, started doing dirty sodas." And he said, at certain days, they'll have 100 kids after school lined up out the door.
Get out of Dodge.
Waiting in line. And it's Wednesdays because they have some sort of special on Wednesdays. They do this Dirty Soda Wednesday.
Right.
They are lined up out the door in Bondurant, Iowa, which is a small little town. My daughter lives there. Lined up, and he says, so I started doing dirty sodas and got part of that crowd. And super simple to do. You can use a canned soda, you can use a fountain soda, you get the different flavors of syrups, and a little splash of half and half, whatever. I mean, it sounds utterly goddamn gross to me. But so we're talking about it, trying to figure out, should we put one of these in the front of the Ornery Chicken as a walk-in place because we're right next to DMAC? Should we be doing this as an option at It's My Jam? So we're talking about this, and I walk into It's My Jam yesterday, and I ask, although it's towards the end of the day, and there's a mixture of waitresses there, and I said, hey, anybody ever heard of a dirty soda? And 2 of them go, well, yeah, we get them like 3 or 4 times a week. There's this place out in Bondurant. And they start going over, and they're like, yeah, we have people that come in here that want syrup in their soda, or they ask for French vanilla creamer to dump. We'll serve them a Diet Coke,
Right.
and then they're dumping French vanilla creamer in their Diet Coke without the syrup. And so it's this whole new, and Amanda said it best. She says it's this coffee alternative, right? It's this coffee alternative because everybody and their brother, remember, walking around with their Starbucks glass of iced mocha coffee,
whatever, yeah.
And they've done the same thing with this soda. And Emma, would you like to talk?
Do you know why they're doing this?
Because
started?
Because they want caffeine and they don't like the taste of coffee?
No. Well, for some, maybe. This was actually a big thing in Utah. That's where it, I think, originated. Because Mormons can't have coffee. Or alcohol.
What?
So their drinks...
Who couldn't? They're not Mormons?
Mormons, yeah. So their drinks are these dirty sodas. So the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives came out, and that's just a bunch of Mormon influencers, and it skyrocketed because
really
that's all they drink. Yes. And also on top of that, it's a big thing with like the more like that more like religious, I don't drink coffee, like the influencer route. They were the ones that really honed in on the dirty sodas. So like that's how it became a thing, was because influencers was like, here's my soda order. And now it's
I was looking at that Mormon thing about the 8 wives and stuff, but I mean, if they're not drinking coffee, I'm out.
It's just not how it is.
Gotta have a little energy. Gotta have a little energy,
yeah.
Okay. That's not... Okay. But anyway, so that's, I think, kind of what really sparked it, was like the recent... Because now, like, Coffee Mate makes specific creamers for sodas. And it even tells you what sodas it goes best with.
Really?
There's a place in Waukee that does them. My sister goes there regularly. Because she loves a dirty soda because she doesn't like coffee. And I don't think I can get on board. I've heard they're great. But coffee's just better.
When I go to the fair, I'm probably gonna have to get fuel for the fleet as I go up there. And, of course, we'll be stopping at a Casey's. I might have to give it a spin.
Yeah, why don't you just look online and get just call Amanda because she's got 20 different flavors already picked out of dirty sodas. Because I know there's a popular one that you could get a Dr. Pepper with what? Salted caramel?
Yeah. Dirty soda combination ideas. Let's ChatGPT it.
Yeah.
Let's use my best friend. Just say dirty Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, coconut syrup, lime wedge, half and half.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
But you're not. No. But you're not going to be able to find that at Casey's.
No,
you're not going to be able to find the syrup.
You can find the salted caramel syrup there.
So
Dr. Pepper.
Let's see if I can find a little more. Okay, here. This one's you can get a root beer float.
Oh, that's
just
what
vanilla
I like.
Vanilla and sweet cream.
Okay, so do that. Do a root beer, vanilla syrup, and cream.
Oh, look, here's the adultish flavors with no alcohol, and it's
vanilla cream.
Adding coffee to it.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We
don't do that.
We want to keep it dirty.
So the vanilla cream shots stuff, just put some of that into Dr. Pepper.
Just creamer. So do the vanilla syrup.
Yeah,
vanilla syrup.
In the root beer. Do it in the root beer.
Right.
Root beer.
Right.
Root beer, vanilla syrup.
Get a root beer on the fountain.
Right.
Go get some pumps of some of that vanilla syrup, because they'll have the vanilla syrup, and then dump some of the creamer in there.
And then creamer. Okay.
And then report back.
I'll report back to the group.
Now, if it was non-dairy creamer and low-cal syrup and a sugar-free root beer, then it wouldn't be worth the fuck anyway, so I'm not going to try it.
It could be. What the hell?
Who knows? I may put Casey's on the map by starting dirty sodas.
That's not how that works. Casey's is already on the map.
Well, I mean, more on the map. I bet you I'd be the only one in this town that's ever ordered a dirty soda.
So it was funny when my mom asked if anybody's had a dirty soda, my dad responded with, "Is that the same as a graveyard?" Do you guys know what that one is?
It was your dad that responded? Because I was sitting right there.
Yeah, it was my dad that said that.
What's a graveyard?
And she had to Google that.
It's where you put in all of the sodas together.
Oh.
It wasn't the same.
No, it's not the same. But
it's when the little kids do that and they go up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny that my dad's like, "Is that a graveyard?" Mom's like, "What?"
But maybe they could do a graveyard dirty soda.
Oh my God. That just sounds like a lot.
Well,
but yeah,
I'm pretty sure
slap soda in Waukee.
Everything's probably out of fuel, so we'll have to stop at Casey's. So I'll pick up one on the way up.
Bummer.
Yeah. Just report back on the dirty soda.
TikTok.
Yeah,
they got big on TikTok.
Oh, they're big on TikTok.
That's I think.
Now,
kind
I wonder
of
why
what
I haven't seen that
started.
because I'm on TikTok quite a bit anymore.
So. Well, quit putting in yoga poses in your search thread.
Oh,
no, he doesn't do yoga poses. Was your TikTok? His TikTok is cattle.
Oh, yeah. See, mine now is all tomato pruning.
Tomato pruning.
Well, I've got tomato plants out here, and the tomato plants
I didn't know
were.
That.
God! Cucumbers, Thai basil, tomatoes, tomatillas, and some red peppers. And my tomatoes were going along just great. And I've got them, in buckets, and I've got them in this trellis thing and whatever. And all of a sudden, they took a turn for the shit.
Oh no!
They just looked like they were just not doing well. And. And then they grew some tomatoes and they got some blossom end rot on them, which has happened to me before.
That's always bad when you get that blossom end rot on you.
Yep. So I knew I had a bad pH level, so I had to go get a pH tester and figure out the pH level of the soil. And sure enough, I was low on my pH, so I had to go get some lime.
Put a little lime in it.
Put the lime in there and water it in. Well, then it says it's also due to inconsistent watering, so I got a water meter so I can go in and check when it needs watered. and pretty soon, you're going to have so much money wrapped up in the fucking tomato. All you got to do is go to the store and buy a goddamn tomato. But it's more about nurturing this garden. And I'm like, this is stupid. When I was a kid, we had a huge garden. And we used to plant those tomatoes. And we never once took a hose out, and we weren't wasting water on them goddamn tomatoes. When it rained, that's when they got watered.
Yeah.
And we had the most beautiful tomatoes and garden ever. And I'm like, that's what happened. You didn't have to inconsistent watering, and I never remembered having blossom end rot or planting a damn Tums with the tomato and just all kinds of. Well, yeah, you gotta, you want to keep the pH level, so you want to neutralize your soda. So you take a Tums and you plant it or eggshells to get more calcium into the soil. It spends in your bucket. That's why my TikTok feed is no longer yoga poses. Now it's all about tomatoes and tomato pruning, trying to grow one tomato.
So, are you getting some good information?
I'm getting good information. I'm not getting good tomatoes, but I'm getting good information.
Well, at least you're knowledgeable on it, so you can carry on a conversation.
I am knowledgeable. I told Sherry, I said, you know what I ought to do? I ought to take these tomato plants and just go plant them down at the bottom of the damn hill, down where the septic tank empties out, at the bottom where the soil is really good.
Right.
And just plant them down there and just put a cage around them and so she won't mow them over.
Right.
And just put them down there and just forget about them.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, the deer eat them down there, though. So she's right.
Yeah.
Go down and
She
piss,
normally is.
piss in a jug and pour piss around them every night or something. But
Yeah.
so the deer don't eat them. But
well, I'm sure someplace on TikTok there's something on how to fend deer off from tomato plants.
yeah, probably
You know there is.
there is. But
There's everything on TikTok.
anyway, anything. But otherwise,
Anything?
no. In between, I do that gardening, and I'm frustrated with gardening. It's just my life for some reason is just frustration these weeks.
How come?
Oh.
Well, first you get fixing stuff frustration, which is it's just one right after another.
Now, is it major fixings or?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's little, sometimes it's not. I got a deal. Equipment guy said, "Hey, you want this new buffalo chopper?" I got a buffalo chopper. I mean, it's a beaut.
Oh,
he said, "Yeah, this great buffalo chopper, $800." I'm like, 18-inch?
Steel.
Oh yeah. He said, "I'll bring it in." I said, "Oh, this is some bitch. It's nice." He goes, "Yeah, guy wanted to dump it off during COVID. Been sitting in my garage ever since.
Sure,
I'll take it." We put that some bitch and boys in the kitchen. They're like, "Man, this is a Cadillac. We love this sucker."
Right, cat's ass.
The belt breaks on the bowl.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, no problem. Go grab the other one out of the warehouse. This is, of course, Saturday at 11:45.
Right, of course.
Right during chicken turn in, they call me. So, hey, just go to the warehouse. Well, they can't find it in the warehouse. Well, it's up there on the second pallet behind here. We put it back there. Well, there's nobody that knows how to run the forklift. Well, then you're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Well, we got one guy here who knows how to run the forklift. Well, good. Then give him a ride up there and get it off the forklift. So they get it all switched around. I'm like, okay, so I get online and I order this belt. I'm just going to order 2 of them. And it's like this round belt. It's a new style belt. Doesn't even look like a belt. Looks like a hose. Siphon hose, but a solid hose. So I cannot find anywhere the instructions on how to do this. But I'm like, I'll just turn this bitch upside down. I'll get to work on it. And I'm like, well, you got to take this pulley off or something. I'm like trying to every which way, trying to figure out how to get this belt on. I can't figure out how to get this apart. And then I start doing research online. You have to pull. It says, do not attempt this on your own. You need a Hobart authorized dealer to accomplish this because you have to take out the entire shaft, remove all bearing assemblies, which takes a special tool to remove the bearing assemblies just so you can get this belt on. But when you do replace that belt, it's highly suggested that you put 2 belts on and strap one in there out of the way. So when it breaks again, then the other belt's already on the shaft and all you got to do is slide the new belt on. So after probably 4 hours of fucking with it, I had to call Hobart, and now I'll wait 3 weeks for Hobart to come out
and have to go to the bank and get a loan to pay Hobart.
Oh yeah. They said online it's between $700 to $1,000 fix to replace this belt.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. So it's been one thing after another, and so then I come home at night and I've been fighting this RV generator issue, right?
Okay.
And I think we talked about that last time. And the Cummins dealership has said you got a low battery. And so when I do all my research online, and I refuse to go back to the original dealer I bought this with because, let's just face it, they're cocksuckers. Right. And they tried to rape me, and I refused to go back. I won't even call them back. So I found a local dealer.
Okay.
Right?
I don't think we can say
that. That will fix anything. But since it's electrical, they're like, I said, I need this battery tested, this lithium battery tested. And they're like, we don't have a way to do that. You're going to have to find, and we don't know anybody that can do this. So I have pretty much spent all week long trying to find somebody that will test a lithium battery. I've done research
luck?
online. I'm like, I'm just going to go buy myself a lithium battery tester.
Right.
I haven't even been able to find a lithium battery tester, a load tester. I've called every battery place in Des Moines to try and find anybody to do this. Nobody in Des Moines can do a lithium battery. So I call back to the dealer, and the dealer goes, you know what? You need to call the manufacturer.
Oh boy.
So I called the manufacturer
Of the coach
of the coach, and
Okay.
this coach is only a year old, by the way,
Right.
out of warranty, but a year old.
Oh
It
yeah.
was a
Oh yeah.
2023 model that was bought at the end of 2023, but it's only a year old, year and a few months. It's out of warranty, by the way.
Sure it is.
So I call the RV manufacturer, and I've got two problems. When we get the coach back from Cummins, I can't get the side door open. I can't get the side door. I can't get in the coach. I can get in it through the cab, but I can't get in through the side door. It's locked. And I got this battery problem. So I called him up and I said, I get a hold of the manufacturer, and I said, hey, I got this battery problem. I can't find anybody to test the battery. And he goes, yeah, we just put the batteries in. You're going to have to call the battery manufacturer. So he gives me the number for the battery manufacturer. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, fine. So I said, and I've got another problem with this coach. This electronic lock, I think, is not unlocking. And the dealer had told me, the local dealer had told me, he said, well, you probably just need to replace the batteries in this thing. It's probably just the batteries have probably went bad. You probably just need to go inside the coach, remove the panel, replace the two batteries. It's probably just not opening all the way.
The battery's on the lock.
On the electronic lock.
Okay,
like,
not the
okay.
lithiums. Not
I'm
the
like,
lithiums.
Not the lithiums. We're on the door. And I said, okay, not a problem. So I go inside the coach. Well, guess what? You know what's in the way of the panel? The screen door. You can't get to the panel because of the screen door. I'm like, thanks for that advice. So anyway, I got the manufacturer on the phone. I said, hey, got a problem with the door, this lock. You know what their answer was? We just installed the doors.
Is that right?
Yeah, the lock is this type of lock, and it comes pre-installed on the door. You're going to have to call the door company.
Have to call the manufacturer of the door.
You're going to have to call the manufacturer of the door, which I did. I ended up calling them, and we found the answer was just kick the son of a bitch. Really, that was the answer. He's like, you're not going to break it. He said, just kick it. There's a latch that has come out of adjustment in there. He said, really, kick it. You're not going to break it. And I kicked it, and it came open. And then once it came open, he says, okay, see this little thing? Is it moving like a half inch? I'm like, yep. He goes, that's out of adjustment. Loosen these two screws, put it back in adjustment. You're fine.
And that's the door manufacturer.
That's the door manufacturer told me to do this.
Okay.
But it got me thinking. I was bitching about this to Sherry at night, and she's like, maybe we should start doing that. When somebody wants to bitch about their pork sandwich, we're going to say, well, we just put it on the bun. You should call IBP.
It's their pork. Well, you got a good point.
It's their pork. Oh, you want to bitch about the barbecue sauce? Well, that Triple K made that. You should do that.
Call them.
You want to bitch about our baked potato? Oh, well, here's the number in Idaho of the guy that grew them. Is
you got a good point.
Is that what the world's come to from a customer service standpoint? Is just pass the buck?
Pass the buck. We just put the pieces together.
we just put the pieces together. I mean, because I literally spent 3.5 hours one afternoon, and I had to psych myself up. I'm like, you got to get this done, Darren. You got to get this done. I came home from work and I sat on the patio, and I just, because I had no cell phone reception inside my metal building, but I sat on the patio out there, and I know I'm going to be on hold for 15 different, and I was on hold with every manufacturer with the worst music in the world. And once I got to the people, they were all really nice people.
Very helpful.
Right? Very helpful, you know, and I got the door fixed, and the battery manufacturer, I got this really sweet girl. And I said, hey, I got a problem with the battery. And she goes, well, you just need to get that battery tested, and I can send you a warranty form, and then you can send me a test form that it's bad, and I'll send you a new battery. And I said, well, there's only one problem. I can't find a place to get it tested, because I was going to do that ahead of time. I said, so can you refer me a place to get this tested? And she goes, I can't. I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah, we only have a network of people that sell batteries. We really don't test them. And I'm like, well, what do I do? And she's like, well, try and find somebody to test it. Let me send you this warranty form.
She never even heard you, did she?
No, never even heard me. So last night I'm like, I need to figure out, because these batteries they're two, and these batteries are $2,500 a piece.
I was just getting ready to ask, why not just buy a new set and say fuck it?
Well, because they're $2,500 a piece, and they're 12-volt lithium batteries, huge batteries, and there's two of them hooked in parallel.
Right.
So I went to the old Googler last night. I didn't even have to go to AI. Googler got my answer. And because I wasn't sure, I'm not an electrician, I'm like, is this creating a 24-volt system, or is it just a 12-volt system in parallel? So I found out I have a 12-volt system in parallel. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to test the battery. I'm going to hook all the components up to one battery and see if it works. And then I'm going to unhook it, and I'm going to unhook. So I had to create a new battery lead and bolt leads together. And so I hooked everything up to one battery, and I was in the same shape. And then I took and I bolted together the battery leads, and I put it all on one battery. And guess what? Everything fired right up. The generator fired up. Everything went fine. So now I know that this battery's bad. And now I can still operate my coach because I still have one good battery. And everything started to charge. Huh?
Why'd they have two in there?
Well, you have two batteries so that if you go dry docking out somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Not the kind of dry docking you're thinking about, Randy.
Right.
But
what in the? Okay, carry on.
Not that dry docking.
Don't
do that dry dock.
Don't do that dry docking. But anyway, so you do so you can go dry docking, so you could spend 3 or 4 days out in the woods,
right,
and just run the coach on nothing but batteries, and it'll maintain all your electronics, and you can run a fan or all, just small stuff just on batteries.
Right.
So it has enough power. Well, we never do that. We're always hooked to either shore power or a generator or whatever. So the only time, and when we're going down the road, our alternator is actually charging that battery, and we've got solar that's actually charging the battery. So I don't draw really batteries. That's why I never knew that the batteries were really bad. But I think this battery's been bad all along.
So are you going to try to send it back? Are you going to try to do the warranty?
So, no. Well, yeah, no. So now I have to do a warranty form, but I need to prove that battery's bad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to AI and create a fucking battery report that shows that the battery tested bad, and send them an AI battery report that it tested bad, so I can get my new battery.
Huh. And AI will do that for you.
AI will do anything.
No, that's true.
Well, within reason. It'll
Within
try to do
reason?
anything. Yeah, it'll try to do anything. It doesn't mean it can succeed.
Right.
So within reason.
I'm pretty sure I can get a report off of there that'll show me a bad battery.
Yeah.
Interesting. Report back to us how you get along with making the report. I'd be interested to see that or hear about it.
But the whole customer service frustration of just pass the buck.
Pass the buck, exactly.
It's crazy. Because and half the people I talk to, there's dogs barking in the background, and there's kids.
Why is he calling us out like that?
So they're working from home.
I was calling out the work from home thing.
Yeah.
They should be sitting in a cubicle in their corporate office.
Right.
No.
Yeah, because every time I wanted an answer, they're like, "Oh yeah, we think we can get you an answer. Hang on a second." They'd put me on hold for 10 more minutes. All they were doing was sending an intercom. No, because if they were in the office, they'd go, "Hey Joe, how do we answer this?"
No, they would
come
do the
over
same
here and get on
thing.
the phone with this.
They were doing that thing pre-COVID. Yes, they were.
No.
Do not blame the whole work from home aspect. Because it's not its fault. You two are just too old school.
So then my other frustration of the week is technology frustration.
Oh,
okay.
Geez.
So we've been working a long time trying to, because our accounting system, we started with Sage accounting years ago when we first started the business. And Sage was 10 times more accounting than we needed.
Right.
And, because big corporations use Sage.
Sure.
And I see the amount of manual stuff that we enter in every day. And I'm like, why are we not just going down a level and going to QuickBooks? And QuickBooks is advertising, hey, we got integrations with Toast and we got integrations with all these things that we use.
Right.
And so I'm challenging our accounting department saying, hey, we need to look at QuickBooks. We need to really look at QuickBooks, and because it's got all these integrations. And so they've been trying to look at it. And this is the time of year that you really, I don't know, this is what I call the sharpen the saw. That's a kind of a seven habits, Stephen Covey thing where, it's kind of improve yourself, improve the system, because this is the time of year for us. We got this little window. If we're going to make any changes at Smoky D's, it has to happen between now and Labor Day.
Right.
True.
Because otherwise, we don't get any other opportunities.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's and you may get another little opportunity between January and March, but for the most part, we're just getting done with our hangover from graduation season. So it's a little hard because everybody's kind of burnt out from the graduation and the Pork Expo and all that stuff. It's hard to drive change, but right now is kind of that
time to do it. If you're going to do it.
Now's the time to do it. So we're trying to motivate ourselves to get this done. So we're going through this whole deal with trying to understand QuickBooks and what it takes to integrate back and forth accounting systems. And so I've got Brenna, our main accounting gal, she's like, I sit down with her yesterday and, QuickBooks. Oh yeah, we integrate with Toast. Oh yeah, Toast, we integrate with QuickBooks.
Right. Yeah.
Until we start really digging into it, that if you want to integrate, if you want sales data to go across from Toast to QuickBooks,
right,
then you have to use Extra Chef, their inventory management system, which means that I'd have to switch from MarketMan to Extra Chef.
Right.
So that means now I've got to change an entire other system,
Whole other deal. Yeah.
whole other deal. And if I want to get payroll information into QuickBooks, then I have to switch my payroll from ADP over to Toast Payroll. So now I've got to switch another entire system
Holy shit.
over.
See,
So I've got to do two major system overhauls to fix one system.
And if you look at the advertisements that they send out, and I'm on QuickBooks, and I get, they picked up that we're in the food industry, we integrate with Toast and this and that. You'd think it's just a deal, you do a little cross contamination type deal there, and they would link up together, and it'd be just fine.
Well, and in the olden days, it's just like back in the days of EDI, which Emma probably doesn't even know what that is, but
Correct.
with EDI interfaces, it used to be systems talk back and together. Well, now everybody wants everything. So Toast is trying to tie into your entire world.
Right.
Well, me as a restaurant owner or a business owner, I don't want my whole world in somebody's hands.
Exactly.
I don't want inventory management, payroll, POS all in one hand, because if they go out of business,
You're screwed.
I'm done. If they get bought out, which they will by somebody, and they drastically change stuff, I don't want it. So I want different pieces, but I want to be able to integrate back and forth.
Right. Let them talk to each other.
To talk to each other, but nobody wants that. Everybody wants to be the end-all game to everybody now.
Uh-huh.
But from a user standpoint, we don't want that. We want to pick the best, because they're not Toast to me is very good as a POS system, but I've heard horrible things about their inventory management system, and I've heard horrible things about their payroll system.
Okay.
So they're good at POS, but they're not necessarily good at payroll and inventory management.
Right.
Well, I want to be able to pick out the best inventory management system, which MarketMan's not necessarily it, but I want to pick out the best inventory management system and use it. And I want to pick out the best POS and use it. And I want to pick out the best payroll system and use it. And I want them to be able to integrate and talk to make our jobs easier.
Right.
But it's impossible to do that.
You got to get in bed with everybody.
Well, you got to be in bed with everybody, and then you're just going to have this manual integrations back and forth.
Right.
And so it's kind of like TPP, Total Party Planner. We've been waiting. I've been all over TPP about online ordering, and TPP was, a lot of us use Total Party Planner.
Right.
And we've been waiting for Total Party Planner to come up with an online ordering platform.
Sure.
So here they come up. Big announcement. We've
Sure.
got online ordering. We're ready to launch.
Oh.
We're ready to launch. You can visit this new online ordering thing. We're going to have this webinar on this date. You're invited, da, 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 da. I get really
Sure.
excited. But beforehand, I sent a message to the president of TPP, who I've been dealing with for over a year, trying to get this thing up and running. And I said, I'm assuming we're going to be one of the first to be able to beta test this thing. And he responds back, Darren, don't get too excited about this first release. Okay.
Oh.
So, but I'd still like you to come to the webinar.
Right.
So I go to the webinar. The webinar lasts 5 minutes.
Oh.
It's the biggest dog and pony show. There's fireworks on this thing. They are blowing it out. And it is literally, you can order a platter of cheese and putting it in a cart and pay for it. Now, you can't You can't specify what kind of cheese you want. There's no modifiers in there.
Wow.
And you can't put a barbecue buffet that says, I want this for 15 people. You can literally put a platter of cheese like I was ordering on toast.
I was going to say, like you were doing on toast anyway.
Barbecue sandwich like I was doing on toast anyway.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're sending this out to catering customers. How many of your catering customers actually order like that? I mean, if that's all I had to show, I don't think I'd be too excited.
No, not at all.
I think maybe I'd spend another 3 months. And I mean, are you just trying to keep people? And I think they're trying to finance the thing too, because they're like, if you sign up by this date, you'll save $60 on your first year subscription to this.
Oh, so they're wanting a full year deal on it and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, no. Because I think it'll be another year before they get it. Because he told me, he's like, yeah, we thought we were going to go down this road, and we decided to build it all in house.
Huh?
Frustration. I'm not so sure that we aren't better just to go back to an Excel spreadsheet on a Google Drive or a Google Sheet. I'm not so sure that we shouldn't just build a Google Sheet and share it and go all the way through our accounting process instead of trying to use all these different systems.
And try to get them to work together and be in bed with one. And you know, you're exactly right. You know, one day or another, something's going to happen to QuickBooks, to Intuit, and they'll get bought out by some multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they'll just come in and, oh, no, we don't need that, stuff.
Well, and every time they make a change or an update, it fucks up a setting.
Yeah.
we had a problem where, like when we do a serve or something, we automatically put on a 20% gratuity on a system. Well, they made a change in TPP the other day that then it automatically threw on another gratuity on top of it for the customer to select when they paid. So the 20% was already on their bill, but then it threw this additional gratuity. So the customer then had to select whether they wanted 10, 15, or 20% additional, and customers didn't know. They don't look at shit. And so they were hitting another 15 or 20% gratuity on top of it and sending it across. And we're like, all of a sudden we're getting all these huge tips. And we're like, whoa, this isn't right. So we ended up going back to the customers and said, hey, this was a system flaw. You didn't mean to do this. We just went back and refunded their money.
Sure.
And said, hey, this isn't something that should have happened, but they changed something in the system that flagged it and turned this thing on. Just crazy.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. It's just a full-time job staying ahead of it.
It really is. Of keeping everybody on the same playing field.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the answer is. I guess we just keep providing the best customer service we can ourselves.
And run herd on it.
Well, we're just going to do it a different way. We're going to keep doing it the old-fashioned way ourselves. Because I get all the reviews. We keep getting 5-star review after 5-star review, and every one of them mentions service.
Right.
And I think what happens is people experience such crappy service, not necessarily at other restaurants, but just crappy service in other segments of their life, like I did in the RV world. I think that when they experience and come into a restaurant and experience great service, it shines even better.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's so much bad out there.
I think there's so much bad out there just in the, hey, not my problem, deal with it somewhere else, whatever. I think when you go just that little extra bit of effort that you go to the customer, that little extra bit of effort that you can go to the customer, whether it's just greeting them at the door, even though we're in order at the counter place at Smoky D's, just, hey, welcome to Smoky D's. Hey, thanks for coming in. Anytime. I don't care whether 15 employees walk by the same customer and tell them thanks for coming in, or hey, welcome. That takes 2 seconds.
I noticed a lady across from me at the fair that she works out of a tent and does festivals and stuff, and she's the owner of it. And I was watching her the other day sitting out there, and if somebody came within probably 15 foot,
she was talking to them.
She was talking to them. Hey, how you doing? What can we get for you today? Have you tried our Philly cheesesteak? You looking for a corn dog? We got lemonade shake-ups. Kind of back to the old Carney days. That they were the barkers. And
yeah, that's Carney 101, right?
Yeah, exactly. So guess who started doing that? I was sitting in my chair there, and people would come by, look at the menu. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it, And that would get them to look at that menu a little bit longer and maybe reel them in, So
yeah. You don't want to be too pressure.
But just thank them for giving you a look.
Just enough that, hey, you might want to take a look.
Instead of sitting there just staring at them going by. So for the next 3 days, I'll probably be outside of the truck unless we get real busy.
Unless it starts raining.
I got the pit up there, so I'll set up underneath the pit with the one that's got the awning on it. So I'll just set in there with my chair and I may start drinking or something, So.
Water, the dirty soda.
That's one thing we're selling a lot of is water.
Well, yeah, it's hot outside. I did text my sister to see what her dirty soda order was. And she goes to Slap Soda in Waukee, and she gets the Susie, which is Sprite with cranberry, raspberry puree, and fresh lime.
That sounds refreshing.
Sprite, raspberry puree. So that doesn't really have any syrup in it, even.
Well, it has cranberry.
Cranberry
syrup.
Oh, cranberry syrup.
Yep, raspberry puree and fresh lime.
Sounds very fresh. Sounds good.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
I'd say that. That makes sense. I'd agree with that.
Huh.
But yeah, that's her order. I just had her text it to me.
So the Susie place, that or the soda place, that's just a dirty. Is that a dirty soda place?
Yeah, it's like a drive-through. It's kind of like a Hyper Energy.
Huh.
Okay. Those are kind of like, you'll see if you go to Utah, there's a bunch of different kinds of just drive-through soda places.
Same thing I saw in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be goddamn. Things that you find out makes you go,
Sip City.
Things that make you go,
Yeah. That's going to have to be a shirt, isn't it?
Things that make you go,
But yeah, so that's the information I have on that. It's dirty sodas.
See, I think we could come up with some dirty soda names.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Randy?
Yeah, I think we could too.
Like the dirty little rockin' cocksucker.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's a dirty soda.
Yeah, but you don't have to be use every single dirty word you possibly could in one sentence. But
it's a dirty soda.
So you got to have something to go along with it.
You don't, really.
So any of our listeners, if they have any good ideas for
a dirty soda?
Dirty soda names.
He's big into this. Listener, leave us a comment name.
Yeah,
and there's only 5 listeners.
It's his social media gal. She's definitely getting that pushed into his brain that you need to...
No, she's not.
I bet she is.
No, she's not.
It's a marketing thing. I gave up. because I used to do that for Smokey D's and no one would do it, so I just accepted my fate. I just accepted my fate.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Again, things that make you go, huh.
Make you go,
Speaking of Smokey D, of It's My Jam, blueberry Pop-Tarts on the menu again.
Ooh.
Was it off?
Yeah, limited time.
Limited time.
Oh, okay.
And then we keep asking people, what would you like for a different flavored Pop-Tart as a pop-up? And they always go back to, well, blueberry. So
blueberry.
Guess what?
I'll be damned. Who would have thought that?
We tested some Brian in the kitchen. I said, hey, if you want to be a little creative, do some different things, just you want to do a little pop-up special, let me know. Let's plan it out, whatever. And I came in yesterday and he said, hey, I know this isn't on your diet, but try this. And he made me a breakfast egg roll.
Oh.
Yesterday. He left the cheese out just for me, but
nice.
He put egg and corned beef hash and cheese. He left the cheese out and put it in a tortilla shell and sealed it up and then deep fried it.
Boy, that sounds good.
And then dipped it in queso, which I didn't dip mine in queso, but it was really good. So
sounds like it.
Yeah, so we might have some breakfast egg rolls coming to a jam near you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Coming to a jam near you.
Yeah.
There's one jam.
Just jam it down your throat.
Oh my god. Okay, there's
got to be a dirty soda in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh boy, that would be a dirty soda, wouldn't it?
Okay, so you guys got anything else, or can we?
Wish me weather on wish me luck with the weather.
Wish me weather.
Wish me luck with having 50 people in my house for a birthday party.
You do this every birthday.
What?
What day is that on?
Tomorrow. That's Saturday. That's Saturday. Henley's third birthday.
Oh boy.
Almost got the house all the way remodeled. Almost.
Henley's 3?
That's good.
Henley is 3.
What the?
She's a beauty. She's a beauty.
I bet.
Oh, she's fun.
Oh my gosh, they're getting so old.
Ugh, I know, she's fun. So the other day they were over and to get away, I just kind of slid over towards the couch and Griffin was watching TV. I laid down next to him on the couch and Henley comes running over there and she goes, I just lay on you. And so she lays on top of me and then her dad comes and goes, come on, Henley, it's time to go home. Nope, I spend the night. And Mimi comes over and goes, you're not spending the night. You are not spending the night. Fun to have. Grandkids, best job in the world. Spoil them and send them home. So
send them home.
And I've got I've got an easy day tomorrow. All I got to do is make some hot dogs and some meatballs.
Okay,
that's all I got to do. Normally I've got
that is pretty easy.
Yeah. Paw Patrol party. So we're having different hot dog bar, and I'm going to make some brat type things, skinless brats too for the adults, so we don't have to all eat hot dogs. But
that's nice of you.
Gonna be easy peasy.
Have you seen those hot dog burn-ins that's on TikTok?
Do I need to sick Ray Lampy on you?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Sounds like it.
Well, because Ray Lampy, it's not a burn end unless it's brisket point smoked.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
He gets really mad. He gets really mad when people call pork belly burn ends or hot dog burn ends or whatever. He's like, it's not a burn end.
I can see Ray doing that.
No, I haven't seen that. Why? Are they good?
Well, they look good, but amazing things you can do with cameras. But they take a hot dog and cross hatch them just
Yeah.
and then take and put barbecue sauce in them and cook or smoke them with rub on them, and then put them in and put some butter and barbecue sauce and brown sugar in with them and cook them in a pan and stuff. And you cut them in just little sections.
Yeah.
Kind of neat looking.
Might be a
Kind
hot
of neat
fair.
looking.
Probably be a hot fair special.
Well, I got some time. Well, it might be just got to depend on the weather. I mean, if the fucking weather doesn't bear with you, you could give away filet mignons and you wouldn't sell it and give them away. So
I got a new corn dog recipe if you need it.
no, I'm not intruding on the old time corn doggers.
Well, you could do mini corn dogs.
No,
Do burnt end corn dog bites.
Oh
there
my
you go.
goodness.
Look at that. Put a burnt end on a toothpick and batter that bitch, and put it in a burnt end in a corn dog batter. Ooh.
That would be good.
Ooh.
Well, we ain't doing it at the fair. We got enough shit we got to try to get rid of.
Do you?
We got enough stuff. We got that catering done yesterday for $500, and I had every speed rack we have full of pans of potatoes and green beans and that. And I went in the walk-in cooler, thinking, okay, we're gonna start seeing some daylight in here. No, we still got pans filled, deep half pans, ready to go. So, which
Ready to
makes
go
it
for the
nice.
fair.
Yeah, ready to go for the fair. Everything goes on at 11.
All right. Well, good luck at the fair.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Just
good
keep
luck at
watching
the
the
fair.
weather.
Emma, anything else? Are you going to stop working? And by the way, your mom says you're always breathing hard on the podcast. I never hear it.
Yeah, I do breathe hard on the podcast.
Really?
It's fine. Yeah.
Do you notice that, Randy? I don't notice that.
I noticed it today.
Oh, really? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Mom's going to have a fit.
All right,
You have
moving
to
right
bring it up.
along
Who wouldn't breathe heavy with our dirty soda trick?
with our dirty sodas, dirty little cocksuckers, so.
Sometimes I wonder if I really want to do this.
Hey, but the pay's shitty and the friendships are good.
There you go.
Friendships
There
are
you go.
good. At least
There
I
you
got
go.
those. Okay. Well, if we don't have
Okay.
anything else,
No.
I am actually going to go back to work. So if you haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe to all the things. You know the drill. Randy, take it away.
Boom. Done. Out of here. Finished.
Fair time. See you
Fair
later.
time,
Fair time.
is fair time.
Dirty soda
Okay.
boys.
Okay. And we will see you guys next week.